Hello, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ses, Hype Ses, my wife
Sampo.
and you can call us Demigods, God family.
We have actually come from different families and we've learned different things with regards to financials and budgeting and saving and investments. So that was really something that really stood out for me.
We are different, of course, because most of the time, once you get into marriage, you expect how you learn things is how things will be. But she has come from a different background, from a different family, from a different point of viewing finances, and I've also come from a different point of viewing finances. So what stood out for me is that we need to understand each other's background even as we embark on this journey.
I come from a family that we were taught financial discipline and saving. So how it impacted my relationship with Ses was that was the first thing I was able to bring in even in our relationship while we were still dating. I used to tell him about how he needs to save some little money. He needs to, if he's aspiring to buy things when we're starting life. So it was something that really enabled us to grow our family and even grow how we lived and changed our lifestyle because of it.
From my side, what I can add is that yes, they were taught keenly and intentional about saving, but for us, I come from a spiritual family, and what I know is Jesus saves. But yeah, what we were really taught so much, and my parents were so keen on, was tithing, like 10%. My mom could give me 10 shillings and 10 save. Not like really tithe, 100 shillings tithe something. And that's one thing I remember I taught her in our early days or even dating. I was like, you need to tithe from your gross, whatever you get, not the net, from the gross. And that
was a hard thing to do at first, but eventually got it. I don't think so. I don't think so because it's one thing I say that couples and money came in time for us because most of these things we had gone through it. So even talking about him learning how to save, it was a reinforcement. I would say to be a reinforcement where we had to reassure one another that the financial disciplines that we had started together that we needed to do, because I think we had become a little bit sluggish on it, even in terms of savings, because difficult times and you find yourself not saving, you end up spending all the money. So we had to, it came as a reminder that we needed to go back to the things that we were used to doing so that we were able to go back to the good financial habits that we had.
Yeah, and I can add on that, we used to have this conversation even before now. And the conversation mostly from my end was, from my family, we usually give so much. You get maybe giving in terms of supporting parents, supporting relatives here and there. And for us, she was wondering, you're not yet stable from their end. You need to be stable, and then if you want to support at that point. And so, learning from module 1, we learned that we need to live and cleave so that we can build this family first, but not neglecting our parents or relatives, but just giving first priority to the family we're starting.
Insight that I gained about my partner's financial perspective is that not everybody actually grows from a family that they taught about finances. Because I came to now realize that it was not something that they were intentionally taught, or even it didn't come up in their conversations, either kitchen table conversations. It didn't come up. So I came to realize that it's not a guarantee that your partner will have financial knowledge. So it's a matter of understanding, do they have any financial knowledge? And if not, where can we learn these things and apply them before it's too late? So that was a perspective that I got to learn.
What I learned from my wife is that financial literacy is right. And yes, they were taught about saving, but there's that economics of saving now. I don't know, consumption is equals to fixed what and variable cost. That it wasn't in detail, but at least the parents were mentioning, when you get this, you do this and that, and that's what I learned. It was being mentioned in their background, family, and now that you know this, we can actually apply to our child and say, okay, it was being mentioned, but for us it will be intentional. Come to the mathematics of it, these are the basics, this is what we do, and so yeah, I learned from them. The parents will mention it.
So the action steps that we took to commit to before we had the next module was that we went back to checking our budgets, checking our expenses, what are our daily expenses, our monthly expenses. Have we been saving? No, why haven't we been saving? What do we need to save according to the money that we are currently earning? Are there any investments that we need to do? Where can we invest? What types of insurance do we need to have for our family? So those are some of the things that we took a step in doing. We started our research, and I can say as a family we are at a good place because now we are knowledgeable. with regards to where we are with our finances. I don't think there was anything that was unclear. I believe that we just need to study more and really be knowledgeable about it, because even the Bible says that ignorance is not really good. So we have gone back to ensure that we learn more, even look for other short videos on YouTube and just learn more about finances and investments, and even looking for followers, influencers that specialize in these things just to learn more about it.
Everything was super clear, and because there are also videos we are watching, and
Yes.
there's a video for where Pastor M and Pastor Carol, they were saying that they learned how to support their parents in terms of they have a certain budget that they live and support and honor their parents. They might not need it, but it's a principle in the Bible, and so Pastor Carol will honor Pastor M's parents, Pastor M will honor Pastor Carol's parents, and so that's one thing that really, it's like, yes, it's too much for me, but it was so clear at that point, like, yeah, you are living together, but there's honor in between you two.
So that's it from us. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Couples and Money is really a nice course. So far, so good. And if you haven't done it yet, please run to the link and sign up for the class.
And a big shout out to our facilitators doing a super amazing job.
Whoop, whoop.